Um, Oftentimes we get calls from people who say they see a certain rate online. Can we match it? Blah, blah, blah. And it's not the easiest thing in the world to know what to do in that situation. But I'm going to help you with that. I definitely want you to look up and see the rate for yourself online. So I'm going to tell you how to do that. Um, so the guests will be on typically one of three types of sites. One is our own site, bestwestern.com, which they usually think they're on even if they're not. Or they may be on a site that's related to Expedia or Booking.com. If you can tell them to look up here in their URL and the address of the site they're on, it'll tell them, if it's Expedia or bestwestern.com or whatever. In any case, one of the tricks is that Hotels.com, Travelocity, Trivago, and Hotwire are all Expedia sites. And Priceline, Agoda, and Kayak are Booking.com sites. So chances are very high that they're on either bestwestern.com or one of these Expedia sites or one of these Booking.com sites. So based on that, there are bookmarks now on the top of our window that say our hotel BW, our hotel Expedia, our hotel Booking.com. And so those are, whichever one it is, you click on that one. Now don't click on Expedia or Booking.com over here. Those are for us to look up reservations that already exist to see what the details are, about if there's a question about a reservation. We're talking about people are calling looking for a reservation, don't have one yet, and want to match rates. So they all start with our hotel. All right. So that'll bring us up, for example, in let's try Booking.com. So click on that, and what we got is it comes up with our property as the first one because it's looking for Cairo. And then you have to put in the right dates. What arrival and departure date is the person looking for? Maybe they want a 1-night stay, a 5-night stay, or whatever, but it makes a difference for the rate. So you have to update those to correct, and then click search. Now Expedia is similar. They're at the top. Check in, check out, and then click search. And then bestwestern.com, arrival date, departure date, and then click update. All right, so go to the right one of these three tabs, put in the right dates, and click search, and then you'll see our hotel. For example, on Best Western, you'll see all the different room types that are available and different rates and stuff. All right, so once we try to find the rate that the person is talking about, and what you need to verify about that rate is, do we have the right arrival and departure date searched? Do we have the right room type, single, double, whirlpool, whatever? It needs to be the same room type. And then, even more importantly, what are the terms and conditions of that particular rate? And it will say on the site when you look up a particular room for those dates. It's either one that they have to pay immediately at the time of booking, a prepay, or not. One of those two. And then there's also going to be a cancellation policy. So how far in advance does a person have to cancel? Can they cancel up to 4 p.m. on the day of arrival? Do they have to cancel 24 hours in advance, 72 hours in advance? Or maybe they can't cancel at all. And then what is the penalty if they don't cancel in time? Sometimes they have to still pay for the whole stay, like Priceline. If you book on Priceline for 3 nights and you don't show up, you're lost. You still got to pay the 3 nights. Many times it'll say you only have to pay for the first night. So here's the point. You can match the correct online rate with what they see if you also match the same room type and and the same terms and conditions. If it's a prepaid, tell the guests that you will take an advance deposit now, just like they would have to pay if they were doing it on that site. And in the comments, type in what the cancellation conditions are. Can they cancel? And if so, how soon? How far in advance? And if they don't, what is the penalty? Just type that right in the comments. Just say no cancellation allowed, or cancellation must be 3 days in advance, or else they have to pay for the first night. Blah blah blah. Here's what we want to avoid. A guest calls and says that she sees a rate of $79 for tomorrow night and wants a double, and you go ahead and book it. If you had looked online, you might see that $79 is only available for a single on a multi-night stay, and it must be prepaid with no possibility of cancellation. If you looked up the same thing that she booked with you, which is a double for tomorrow night for one night that also has the ability to be canceled, it might be $99. So don't get me wrong, we would much rather have the guest book with us than with the other site because we won't have to pay commissions. But we just don't want to give the place away. So I know that's a lot of information right there, but basically you just want to look up on the site they're on, find out specifically what date, what room type, what the rate is, and what the terms and conditions are to get that particular rate. And we will match it. We'd be happy to. Have a Merry Christmas.